Hello, world history folks. I've got some tips on how to succeed in this class, so let's walk through those. To start out with, we don't have a classroom, so what I do is instead of read you the syllabus, which would be impossible, what I do is have a syllabus scavenger hunt. So first thing you're going to do is under materials, you're going to go to content, you're going to find the syllabus, you're going to read that. Then once you've looked at the syllabus and read through it, perhaps printed it out, you can go to quizzes and take the syllabus scavenger hunt, which will then, you can take it as many times as you want, take it until you get 100%, but it ensures that you're familiar with the syllabus, with the policies for this course. Alright, what else? Well, we need to have a couple of common understandings of history. This is a slideshow that I've used before. There's only two that I want to use today. The first is we need to understand the dating system that we have. There's two things. One, what we used to call AD, Anno Domini, or BC, before Christ. Well, it turns out we as historians got things wrong. The historical figure, Jesus Christ, wasn't born in the year 0. In fact, he was probably born somewhere around the year 4. So our dating system's off by 4 years. Well, we're not going to switch it and say you were born in 1992, say you were born in 1996. No. So we just call it what it actually is, which is a common dating system. So we say before the Common Era and Common Era. And so in your book, you'll see BCE and CE. Now, before the year 0, we count down. So 1800 BCE goes to 1799, goes to 1798, all the way down to 0, and then we count up. The other thing to pay attention to is that centuries are always one larger than the years we're talking about. So the 12th century are the 1100s. The 7th century are the 600s. Works for on both sides of the year 0. Okay. Now, when you're looking at your book, when you're reading your book, and here I've got an electronic copy of our text, Patterns of World History, please pay attention to a couple of things. In the preface, there are gives you a sense of how the book is structured. And I want you to pay particular attention to one section of it. This is on pages 20. So you're going to start out, or 19 and 20. So they start out with geography and environment. That's the first section. Then they're going to do political developments, second section, economics and social developments, followed by intellectual, religious, and cultural aspects. You know they're going to cover those three things every time. Now, when you read a textbook, it's not like a novel. With a novel, you pick it up, you read it from start to finish. A textbook is a technical document. When you get a new cell phone, you don't pick up the technical document, you don't pick up the user's manual and say, I'm going to read this from start to finish. No, you go in, you get exactly what you need, and then you get out. Same way with this. You want to go in, read the beginning of the chapter, see how it's outlined, read the end of the chapter, see what questions they have. Then you will have created a reading roadmap. With the reading roadmap, you will travel along the chapter faster, you will do it more efficiently, and you'll get more information out. Do not read just from start to finish in your textbook without first giving yourself a sense of what's in the chapter. Now, when it comes to reading, I strongly suggest that you take notes, and let me show you some of mine. Here are some of my notes from another textbook. Now you can see that the writing is atrocious. That doesn't matter. It's only you that's going to see the notes. So take notes that make sense to you. You'll see here I have the symbol for the word for woman. I haven't used the word woman, or I haven't written the word woman in many, many years. And that's because when I'm taking notes, I can do it faster with a symbol. Sometimes if I see something and I think that's not truthful or it is not based in evidence, I'll just write BS. Whatever the notes are, make them personal, make them useful for you. I give myself lots of space between lines. I put the number of the page that I wrote it on. Whatever works, do it. But you need to take notes. If you do not take notes while reading our textbook, you might as well just go eat chocolate pudding because you're wasting your time. History is way too complicated. There's way too much information. for you to read without taking some sort of notes. Now, this is based in both the education literature as well as a decade of teaching. I can tell you, you have to take notes. Don't just read the text. Now, a lot of people, when they think about doing history or doing college level work in general, oftentimes will think, I need to have the perfect setup. I need to have a good beverage. I need to have the right environment. I need to be calm. Working in college is like walking the dog. You need to do it every day. What do you do if you don't walk the dog? The dog poops on this somewhere. Okay, so when you're reading, 15 minutes a day is what your goal should be. Pick up the text, get out your paper, get out your notepad, read for 15 minutes a day. Don't give yourself a big anxiety bump. I've got to have everything perfect. I can do it all in 1 2-hour period. Studies show that the people that devote just a little bit of time each day to doing their work are far more successful in terms of getting the grades that they want than people who try and cram it all into a single 2-hour period. Just do it. Even if you're stressed, even if you only have a little bit of time, you're eating Cheerios in the morning, take that 15 minutes and do a little bit of reading with your notes. That's all I've got. I hope these tips and tricks were useful. I'll see you on the discussion boards.